Merry Christmas, scrapbook friends. So excited to be here with you on December 26th. I hope that you had a fabulous, fabulous holiday with people you love and were able to make some great memories for future scrapbooking projects. We're still wrapping up Hollywood Studios here for Theme Park Thursday. This is layout 63, and these are just some random photos of me that I took while my daughters were in line to ride Slinky Dog, which I don't ride because I get motion sick. So this layout took me a little bit longer than I say that every time, right? It took me a little bit longer than I expected, but I really liked the way it turned out. I was almost done, almost completely done. And then I made a sudden last minute change and I like it so much better. It just kind of gave it that little bit of extra that I was hoping for. So I hope that you will watch, enjoy, and maybe learn something and get some ideas for your own future scrapbooking projects. All right, I titled this pile of pictures Me at Night, which is not very exciting, but I'm sure that I was off having PhotoPass pictures taken while my girls were riding something, Slinky Dog probably. So I've got pictures in front of the Chinese Theater. That's also the Chinese Theater. I've got pictures in front of the Tower of Terror. And then pictures over here by the Hollywood sign. That's a lot of pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But these definitely all need to go on one page. Oops, sorry. Definitely need to all go on one page. And yeah, I know about the glare. Sorry. I'll turn it off when I get to the part of showing you the full layout. I do love this one. This is a thing that they do that I love, where you pantomime blowing and then they put the confetti on. I don't love that one. That one can go. Not sure how I feel about that one, but it's all right. I could do those three. Maybe I do 3, 3, and 5. I like that one okay. I don't really like the look on my face here. And it's basically the same as here. I'm not sure I love the hands on hips. It's funny, I told you at the very, very beginning of this series that this trip happened 3 months after I had weight loss surgery. And I had lost like 50 pounds at this time. And man, I thought I looked great. And now I look at these pictures, I'm like, ah! So just the best is yet to come. All right, let's do these 3. This one I like because it looks like I have a little crown on my head. 3, 3, and 5 at the top. Maybe. Something I never ever do is I never cut a picture in half and put half on one layout and half on the other layout. But maybe this one, it would work for me to do that. It's a lot of horizontal pictures and there's not a lot that I can crop away. So they all kind of need to be, and they're true 4x6s because they were done with, they're the PhotoPass. So yeah, that's just a hair shy. Now they could all come down a little bit. I mean, I could easily take an inch. Not sure about that one. Inch. I could do an inch that way, an inch that way. But not these. I'm kind of liking them a little, somebody called them dancing letters one time, and I kind of am liking that. I got no ideas for this. It's all nighttime. It would be fun doing something. Maybe I'll do something with like gold shimmer. It's all Hollywood Studios. I think I want to matte this one and make it like a focal point. But there's really not a lot of cropping I can do. But I think I may try cutting that in half. I don't know that I need the Hollywood, the theater, because I have it full on these others. So I think I am going to cut these an inch off of these. I could maybe cut a half an inch off of these. It's mostly going to be like at the other end. So if I do that, I could cut a smidge. Not that one, but I could cut a smidge. But I'd like to try and keep them. I could cut the corners off if I put them on a page. So I'm liking the idea of kind of, there's like this rich kind of a golden brown color with red. Maybe I use shimmer, gold, and firecracker red. Maybe have some Mars red. That's a little bit darker red. Let's see. All right, I do love me some shimmer paper, and look what I found. Copper shimmer. I kind of like the copper. We'll open it up so I can see better. Oh, there's only 5 pieces in this pack, and I only have like 2 packs of it. I like the copper. This is the firecracker red, and this is the Mars, and then the gold. So I'm wondering, could I do something with all of these colors? Is that too much? But then I'm wearing blue. So do I need to be on blue? But these colors don't necessarily go with blue. I could go on black. I could go on a dark gray, maybe the charcoal gray as a base. But then what? I mean, I don't need very much, because even if I just put all these pictures down, it's going to take most of the paper. Let's try 2 pieces of copper for the base to start. Okay. Oops, let me raise my camera up a little bit. What happens when I start the video just with my pictures and not with the layout ready to go. Okay, that took a little longer than I expected. But this will give me a better gauge of how it's going to look. So yeah, I'm definitely going to need to cut them down, and I might need to just do something along as a border. Because there's just not much space. I mean, I could just cram these all on there. I'm going to cut that one somehow, probably that way. I mean, that's the whole, that takes the whole layout right there. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that, having a layout that's mostly pictures. Just a little bit of, I hate to quote unquote waste the bronze shimmer though, for if I end up just sticking these down straight. Copper shimmer, not bronze shimmer. My sad bronze shimmer's gone. I do have a few pieces in my stash, I think, but I have a feeling I'm going to hoard it. Okay, I'm thinking maybe I do trim these down so I get 1 inch. I kind of hate to lose that palm tree though. Maybe I leave this one tall, and I cut these down, and I cut these down by just like a 1/2 inch. And then I do like a rectangle around the pictures that allows me to have a mat. And that way I can cut out the, gut out the middle. All right, copper is kind of an orange color, and orange and blue are complementary colors on the color wheel. Let's see about, I'm liking the shimmer thing because it's nighttime. Let me see if we have a blue shimmer that kind of matches this color. All right, this is the blue shimmer, and it's close. I mean, it's the right blue. We've got other blues, but they're not right, I don't think. So if I did it, put that on here, and this is a current color, so it's easy to get. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put this picture, like I'm going to mat it and cut it in half. That's going to be weird because I don't know. It's not my favorite of the pictures, but it's the only one I feel like I can cut in half, and I want to try that. Oh, and that's going to make it an extra, even bit bigger. We'll see how that does. I don't really want to cut off that tree though. So I like that. I'm going to cut these all 1 inch shorter and these a 1/2 inch shorter. And then I'm going to put them on here, and then we'll put this on the copper, which is what I keep doing. I keep doing the big frame around a big rectangle in the middle, and it's not really what I want to do. So we're not going to do that. I want to do Maybe I want to do something similar, but like where I do these in like groups. I can't cut them any narrower though. Maybe I do a color block page. I don't want to waste the, I'm going to cut them down because I can't decide anything while these pictures are just taking up all this space. So this one, let's see, I want to cut these down to 5.5. I'm going to have to cut off each side, and I could cut that one a little bit this way. Once I cut them, then once I cut one, then I feel like I've got to cut more of them. Okay, so that one is 5.5. This one, also do 5.5 and cut off just a little smidge right there and a smidge right here. I can do this one by 3. And this one I can definitely cut off 5.5. I'm cutting off some of the background, but this one is just street. So that's 5.5 by 3. And then this one I can also cut only a 1/2 inch probably off of this. 5.5. And I can take off a smidge right here. So that's 5.5 by 3.5. This one I'm not really going to be able to cut off anything. I don't want to cut too close. 5.5. And then this one I don't want to cut. But if I cut this one at 5, then that gives me room to do like a mat around it. I'll cut just a hair off the sides right here. So this one is shorter than the other two, so I can put a mat around it. So that's on purpose. And then these I'll just take and cut these down to 5. And this one I can also cut this way a little bit if I want to. 5. I'll easily cut that one apart. 5. All right, now let's see what's coming to me. It might be fun to do some kind of a border. I think I am going to want to trim these narrower. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I feel like I need to have some kind of division between these two to show that it's on purpose. Do I want to do, I could weld, I could put glue on the bottom and copper on the top. I don't know that I love these colors together. Maybe I need a white or a, like an opal. I don't think I have any autumn hay. That was kind of a yellowish shimmer, but I don't think I have any of that. I have 3 pieces left of this one, which was called Champagne Shimmer. I could do this one at the top with the copper on the bottom. And it just looks like it's just disappearing into the background. Maybe I do that and then do something here along the middle, perhaps in the blue. I kind of like the beaded ovals. I like the design of that one. It's kind of a little Art Deco-y. There's nothing that really I feel like goes with these, the shape of any of these buildings. Let me see if I can find a punch. And actually, I think it's just going to be the beaded ovals. But I don't know about this white up here on the top. Plus, it's old CM shimmer, and so it's a lot thicker. And I don't like to weld papers of different weights together. Somebody asked me last week about that I could have welded that Toy Story paper to the Canary cardstock, but I don't feel like it works as well when the papers are different weights, and that's probably just in my head. All right, this is the Autumn Hay. Let me get the champagne back out. When I look at these together, the champagne is a little bit kind of browner. And I think I like the champagne better with the copper. I don't want to do that big giant frame again. Although that is kind of what my brain is telling me to do. Maybe I don't do a big frame, but I do like a rectangle here that's smaller, like a 5.5 inch, because I cut these all to 5. If I do a 5.5 inch by 11 inch rectangle right here, then I keep that copper. And then it's kind of, I still kind of have the frame. It'll only be a 1/2 inch frame. I could still do the blue with the beaded ovals down the middle. I think I'm going to try that. All right, edge of the trimmer is 5.5, so it's a nice measurement I always like to cut. And I'm just going to take a, let's see, I'm going to see if I have one corner that's crinkly, because sometimes with some of these older papers, they've been rummaged through in my stash so much that, like this one has a crinkly edge right there, so that's the edge I want to cut off. Okay. And I could probably still cut out some of this copper from behind here. Maybe I will. I'm going to cut those smaller. Narrower, I mean. Okay, I'm liking this. Okay. I could. Well, I guess I couldn't. I would say I could cut this and then just move it down, but it won't line up. I might end up having to lose the palm tree. That would not be the end of the world if I didn't get to keep the palm tree. I'm going to narrow these for sure. Not that one, but these. All right. I don't know about this one. Cutting it in half just seems kind of silly, but I mean, I've never done it before. And then I put the blue down here. All right, we're going to cut these a little bit narrower. That one will have the whole Chinese theater behind it. Try and do it at about 3 inches again. I think I don't want to go any smaller than 3, even though I could. I could take this person's bag of shopping off. And then I'll just take a little off on that side. So this one's now 3.5. And this one can be, wish I could get this person out. How dare someone else be at Disney when I'm at Disney? They know my pictures are so important. All right, I think I am going to do that. I'm going to cut it in half, which I've never done, and I'm just going to let it go up. That's going to help me know where to position this, and that's going to go all the way up to the top. We're going to cut it right there, which is going to be weird because that's going to stretch out the look of it by the time you put the, you know, the jeeping in between, but that's okay. We'll try it. All right, let me punch my beaded ovals. This one can be a little bit fiddly. The little teeth like to catch on things. And I often will just cut on top of my papers, which, you know, you guys know I'm kind of a hot mess as a scrapbooker, but sometimes I worry that the little pokey part of the punch, oops, already, will, you know, leave a mark when you come down through the bottom, because it's got that little sharp edge. But you can see that one already tried to catch, because I think this is a thinner weight paper, and the thinner weight papers tend to just be a little bit more fiddly. So I'm gonna punch carefully. Probably means I won't be as chatty, which might be a good thing. You know what? I think I didn't punch with enough. I didn't mean it. Look at that. That didn't punch very cleanly. I'm gonna get a scrap paper and see about punching through 2 layers if that helps. All right, it took me a minute to find the one that was the paperweight, because, you know, we've had the ones that were the cardstock weight back in the day. I'm not even going to try and save that. I'm just going to punch through again. I don't know what it is. I think it just gives it a little bit more structural integrity to hold it up. Yeah, look at that. Not even no tangling, no getting stuck. So anytime you have a lighter weight paper, if you're having trouble with your punching, whoops, try putting a scrap paper. You can even use like just printer paper behind it. I mean, what a difference in how easy that one was to cut, and what a hot mess this guy was. So now I'm just going to trim. I want 2 of these, so I'm going to trim my little pyramids off right here. It helped me with the positioning. Oh, I guess I better do this one too. I could use my trimmer, but I think this is just as fast, because it doesn't have to be exactly straight, because this is a chain punch. Let's get this out of the way. I mean, I could save this for something else too, because it's perfectly usable white paper. We'll punch again. Oh, I'll put the white underneath first. I don't know why, it doesn't matter, but I think I didn't put it underneath the last time. Did I put it on top? Okay, I don't remember what I did. Oh, didn't quite line that one up. Got a little string. One kind of got stuck in that same spot both times. Oh, I jinxed myself and said it was not going to catch. Oh, there it did. Okay, it didn't catch. All right. Oh, again, got the little string, but that's okay. All right, we'll just clean up these couple little places where I didn't quite punch all the way through. I mean, I punched all the way through, but like it didn't line up quite exactly. I can't even see that one. Okay. Put that out of the way. Oh, I might want to trim these down so they don't go off the edge. I might want them to just go to the edge of here. And I think I might want to trim that way, but that's going to be too short. I have to go that way. This one's longer on this side, so if I do it that way and trim to the edge right here, maybe. All right, I cannot bear to sacrifice any of this beautiful copper cardstock, so I'm going to do a partial gut of this one. I'm just going to end up with a little piece that's like 4 by 10, but I need it. I need to save it. So if I do it an inch, I can go an inch to 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. I can do 4.5 inches and then inch that way. All right, and am I brave enough to cut both at the same time? You know, what did they say in woodworking? I don't know if anybody else ever used to watch like This Old House or something like that, but he used to always say, you know, measure twice, cut once. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to measure in an inch. I'll just have to remember to use this as the back when I inch this way. Ah, that did not work. An inch that way. And then I need to be 4.5 inches. So I'm gonna use my grid. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. We'll come to right here. And then this will be at an inch. One, 2, 3, 4.5. And if I cut that out, can you guys see the lines? I can see the lines. I will have an inch or half an inch clearance to put my, to stick my other piece to. So here we go. I'm gonna do it right here. I am putting them together 1 inch this way. And this one I can't actually measure because I guess I'm scared. So this needs to be 6.5 inches. You know how I am about after my incident with the green paper a couple weeks ago, I'm a little bit nervous. So we'll just use this ruler. Actually, I think I'll go that way a little bit. I think that's going to be it. And again, I'm going to start here at the 1 inch. So my housing is on the 2, and I'm just going to cut off the edge. Oh, I came a little bit off the edge. And then we'll do at 1 inch here, and I'll just use the cut lines to be my guide. All right, apparently cutting through 2 layers, I was a little chicken. But now I've got these pieces of copper that I can use for something else. But I did get to use it on this layout, and you'll get to see the pretty copper, which I think was the right color to go with this layout. And I'm going to use the technique of putting my tape on here. Although I probably should have done it on the other piece because it doesn't matter too much if it goes a little bit off the back. But I think if I do it this way, just right up along the edge, the tape runner is actually about 3/8 of an inch. So it's less than half an inch. So I have extra wiggle room for this to stick down. And I think I actually need my 13 by 13 mat to get this straight. You know, it's funny, I was so excited when Creative Memories, I remember Creative Memories, we had the 10 by 12 mat way back in the day. And then I was so excited when they came out with the 12 by 12 mat that we could use like the jumbo circle. I did not know how much I needed the 13 by 13 mat that has the measurements around on the outside. I don't use it a whole lot for cutting with the custom cutting system, just because I don't use a lot of the custom cutting system. But boy, I sure like it lining things up, lining up my papers, making sure things are straight. I guess I don't need to stick it down here yet. I'll just put my adhesive on. And this is definitely one I would want to use full adhesive for, not the repo. But of course, you guys know I mostly like to use full adhesive anyway, so perhaps I'm not the right one. And actually, I think I better put this next to its partner to line up as well, because I'd rather have it be lined up to the facing page, even though I'm going to have that picture, I guess, that positions it. But oh, those two aren't. The paper, oh, the paper is drooping. That's what's happening here. See, isn't that interesting? The paper is kind of coming down this way because I've cut it. It's not being straight. Not lying straight. Okay. There, it's straight. This one's just gonna have to come right here on this edge. So it's a little bit more work because I cut out that piece, but I do love this copper shimmer. Whenever they have shimmer colors, I buy some for my stash because I love the shimmers. All right, one little piece poked out, so we'll just fold that up. All the rest of it is hiding. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty. I hope you can see how shimmery it is. It's shimmery and beautiful. Oops. And this just tipped over, but this is all we've got left for Studios is Rise of the Resistance and the final page, which is going to be Michelle with her fairy wings. All right, you little two beauties, go stash yourself away. And I think I will put this one on first. And I maybe should have positioned this a little bit better. Okay, so that's not quite to the top, but I kind of like it with a little bit of paper showing after all that. Rather than move my Autumn Haze shimmer, which is now apparently a hair shorter than 6 inches, or the picture maybe isn't quite 6 inches. Sometimes that happens too. All right, so there's that. Put these like this. Oh, can I hide that person? I guess I can. I guess it doesn't matter. Other people are allowed to be at Disney. We did go to Disney in December of 2020 when, you know, you had to be masked and they had all these plexiglass barriers up so you wouldn't breathe on other people while you were standing in line. And it was so empty. It was so wonderful. I have a picture of me on Christmas Eve. We were there for Christmas, and on Christmas Eve, it was pouring rain, and everybody left. And we, of course, were still there because we weren't going to let a little rain stop us. And there's a picture of me on Main Street, like right at the beginning of Main Street with the castle behind me. And there's literally not a single person behind me in line or on Main Street, USA, Christmas Eve. I will find that picture and I will put it right here. So I hope you appreciate the awesomeness of having Main Street to myself. I may never have it again, but I have that. And there were other people. It just happened that nobody was in the shot. Okay, I like this. And this feels a little a little symmetrical to me right here, but I think I'll do them this way. Oh, maybe I don't want to do these crookedy like I did the top ones. Maybe I want these to be straight. This one, I'm gonna cut a smidge off of these just to make it fit a little bit better. I think I will. Make this one a 3. All right, oh, I forgot to put I think I want this under, and I don't know what I'm going to do on the edges, if I'm going to let it run off the edge or if I'm going to trim it. But I think I don't think it lines up to trim it. It kind of lines up though. So I think I'll put it so that I have this short end in the middle. That way if I decide to trim, I could even trim this piece off and do it like a little triangle. I think I'll do that right there, right now. See how we like it. Just gonna follow the edge of the punch. It doesn't quite give me a full triangle, but instead of having this half circle right here, I'm gonna have this little triangle, okay? Oh yeah, I like that better. And we'll do the same thing on this side. And that was a really easy cut because I could just, you know, line up with this little piece already. It doesn't quite come to a point, but that's all right. Cover my feet, uncover my feet. I think I'm gonna uncover my feet just because I loved these shoes. I bought them at Costco on clearance for like 10 bucks and I wore the heck out of them. And then I bought some others, like not Costco brand, and it cost the same brand, but not at Costco, and I didn't like them as well. All right, here's my little silicone mat. And I think I'm going to use the little circles and put the little circles right on the edge of the white. That went off the edge. I don't know how I feel about that, but I think I'm going to leave it. That's just going to make this one stand out a little bit. Oh, I forgot to put my other one. So it does make it nice when one of the punches has something in it that helps you make sure that it's straight. So that little circle right there, I'll lift it up and show you what I'm talking about. Hopefully you can see what I'm talking about, but it's got that little, you know, that little circle cut into the design, and by keeping it on the white, that just made me know that my thing was straight. Okay, I kind of don't know about having that. I don't love like the rest of this picture. It's just that darn palm tree that I cared about. So, okay. And then this one, I need to decide what I want to do. Oh, maybe I'll keep this, do all of these straight and this one crooked. Because that will kind of draw attention to it without me having to mat it, because I don't know what color I would mat it. I don't think I want to do the white. Or the autumn hay, whatever it is. I don't know that I want to do, this isn't shimmer red, but it's just a little scrap of red from something. And we'll see. I think I'm going to stick the rest down, and then we'll decide if I need something else. But I think with this one, with so many pictures, I got to be careful about how much I, whoops, that's not straight. How much extra I add. I do wish I could do maybe some pink. That would be kind of fun, but I don't think it goes with these colors. And of course, because it's Christmas and because I'm wearing my Christmas spirit jersey from Disney and I'm talking about Christmas Eve, I'm like, oh, I should do red and green. This was in March. I do not need to do Christmas colors for a layout in March. I don't usually take, 2 years on one album. So the fact that we're doing this 1 week at a time is dragging this album out quite a bit. But I'm almost done with my 2020 album. I have a separate album project that I work on, not on YouTube. And my 2020 album, I'm almost done with it. I'm into the fall. And so I hope to have an album flip through of that one for you soon. And of course, I did my family reunion albums. I've already done you a flip through of those. I'm also working on my childhood photos, just kind of when I finish up a project before I have the other project ordered. But that one's a lifetime goal, I think, for that. And then my trip to Mexico, my Creative Memories incentive trip to Mexico in April of 2024 is almost done, because I'd really like to have it done before I go to Mexico next year with the Creative Memories incentive trip. So thanks to all of you who have helped me earn that trip with your purchases on my website, or those of you who join my team. I will be going again and taking my husband. So I love that I was able to earn the level that he gets to go. Okay, I need something for this. Ooh, maybe gold. Because it's not too, I think the red will be too red. I think I'm going to do gold, and I think I might have a piece of gold that's already cut, so I can use, something like this that I saved from another trip, or a layout. Yep, I've got this little piece, and I think this is a 1/2 inch, so I think I want this to be about a 1/4 inch. Yes. And Donna and Debbie, I know when we do our Savvy Scrapbookers, they're really good to just cut, they will cut an L shape on their paper. But I hate to do that. I don't feel like, you already struggle with cutting straight, right? So we are going to cut, this was I think this was a 3.5, which means I didn't even position it correctly. I did 3.5 by 5. So I'm going to cut it at 4 by 5.5. Oh, and then it's the same length as that, right? That's what I wanted to do. And then I have to center this to show that what I thought was a 1/4 inch was not even close to a 1/4 inch. Well, it was maybe close to a 1/4 inch. All right, but what on earth title can I use for this? And I'm still kind of struggling with last week's that I didn't put a title on that Toy Story page, even though it had all those little titles on there. Oh, that's right, I'm going to do this one this way. I want to do something about, studio photos tour, or I don't know what. And it probably needs something else. I wonder if I could do something. I wonder if I could make little, a little flower with these. We'll play with this while I'm thinking about a layout. Or a title. I'm not thinking about a layout. I've got a layout. They they look like little fish, actually. I don't know. Looks too much like fish to me. Now that I've got that into my own head. Or like, almost like little rocket ships. Look, they've got the little legs. Just need a little nose cone. I mean, I like the idea of being able to put the, you know, to use this same design. Put one there, and I could put, but I don't love it. It's too, ugh. It's too blah. What else do I have that could go? I mean, I got the fireworks one, but I don't want to do fireworks. There was no fireworks happening. But I need something up here, and maybe something over here or right here. All right, off I go to my punches. All right, here's a fireworks punch. That maybe could work. I've got this one, which is like a circle, an open circle. I don't want to do flowers. I don't like flowers. All right, I kind of like this one. I think that was called Starburst. This is what's called Medallion. And then I have this star one. I don't think I want the star. I don't think I want that. I don't think I want the flower. This is too, I think it's gonna have to be this one. Or these two together? I don't know. Because I could cut some out of gold and some out of blue, or just this one out of gold and blue. I have talked to Creative Memories advisors who only keep current punches in their personal inventory. Once a punch is no longer for sale, they don't keep it anymore. They rehome it, sell it, you know, at a discount. I can't imagine that. I've got to have them all. Okay, we'll try a couple more of these. I wonder if I need a copper one to go up in here. Because I'm kind of liking this. Oops, off the screen, sorry. But I think it needs a third color. Maybe it needs to be the copper. Which I almost could just punch behind this guy. But I think it's not quite, I don't think there's quite enough clearance behind my picture. Darn it. I'm gonna have to cut into my precious one. Let's find the one that has the pencil marks in it. That's the one with the pencil. Well, it's interesting because the scraps fall out the bottom, but the actual punched piece falls out the, you have to come out the side. Okay, I like this with the 3 colors. I actually think somebody did a cool thing where they overlapped them when this first came out. She did a very cool technique where she made like a design. Yeah, that's too lined up for me. Oh, I wish I could remember what she had done. It's kind of almost Art Deco-y, isn't it? Art Deco is one of my favorite artistic styles. Okay, then I need another piece down here. And it might just need to be the copper. I like that I can see through the bottom so I can position it right up close to the other one. I'm kind of liking that. I think I want that gold to go off into the copper. This kind of is interfering with the Tower of Terror right there, though. It's that darn rule of threes, and I don't want to have to use the rule of three. I think I'm just going to do two. Rules are made to be broken, right? Especially in scrapbooking. I want it to look nice, but I don't want it to, I don't know, dictate my whole layout. Some arbitrary rule made by some designer somewhere at some point in the past who I don't even know. Sometimes I think that knowing the quote-unquote rules of design makes it harder, you know, makes you more critical of other people's layouts or your own, especially your own. You know, but sometimes I look at layouts on Pinterest and I think, yeah, that's too symmetrical for me. Or, oh no, they have 4 embellishment clusters. It's supposed to be 3, and I don't care. Do what you like. Use all the embellishments. I was talking to somebody, I had a woman at my crop a week or so ago, whenever it was, sometime in December. Someone, she hasn't scrapbooked in 20 years, but she was talking to one of her neighbors who has been one of my customers for a long time, and said something about how, I used to love to scrapbook. And so my friend said, you got to meet my friend Nicole. And so she came to a crop. Literally, she said it had been 20 years since she had scrapbooked. She did not know about the repositionable adhesive. She didn't know about the new trimmer. She didn't know about the kind of the tape runners that we can just swap the cartridges out. But as I was showing her how to use the repositionable, I think she came to Project Recipe actually. And as I was showing her how to use the repositionable tape, I just thought, how did we scrapbook without this back in the day, right? We didn't have the repositionable, and we had to scrapbook without it. Oh, maybe I'll put it right here. Maybe I'll put it right here around Tinkerbell. I had these right here before, didn't I? I don't love this big giant empty space of asphalt. Kershaw rule of 3. What do we think? Yes or no? I think I'm gonna have to do it because I don't like that space. Darn it. All right, and I need to journal. Oh, and I need a title of some sort. What on earth am I gonna say about this? I feel like I've already used some of the little phrases, you know. Okay, we can't do nighttime magic, but maybe I should say photo quest, because what I like to do while my family is on rides is go get as many of the PhotoPass magic shots as I can get. So, but you kind of have to sometimes ask them specifically, hey, do you do any magic? And a lot of times after dark, they don't do as much. I'm thinking of, like, you know, mom's away while the kids are at play, or I'll be fine not riding, something like that. This person's face is annoying me. Got all these little stars now too. Oh, you know me. Always wanting to do a little bit more. I used them all. No, there's one more. I should have more than this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, 6, 7, 8. I did 8. So I should have one more of one color, wherever it is. I do get distracted by this person's face. So I kind of do want to cover it up. And I feel like the only way I can do that is if I put more of these. Stars. All right, I'm sorry. There were other people at Disney while I was there. I'm going to let them be in my picture. Okay, since this is Hollywood Studios, I think I'm going to use Ready for My Close-Up. Because that's kind of Hollywoody, and then I'll just journal about how while the girls were waiting in line to ride Slinky Dog, I came and tried to get as many PhotoPass pictures as I could. So I thought that maybe I would use the mini white letters, but then I thought, oh, well, maybe if I color them in gold, even though I know these ones don't color in very well. So I tried coloring one in, but the gold, it's not the same gold. It's kind of a greenish gold almost compared to the yellow gold. So then I thought, I don't know. I thought about using the blue regular size, but if I'm going to write a longer title, but then I remembered we've got brown of the mini. Oh no, I don't have all of them. Ugh. Where's my other brown stickers? It's the problem with me not putting things away. I get into trouble. I suppose I could do all lowercase. I'm ready for my close-up. Oh, where's the rest of my stickers? I think the brown is going to work perfectly. Curses. All right, well, I'm going to look for my brown sticker letters. I'm going to do, I'm ready for my, maybe my close-up. The actual line from whatever the movie is I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. But I thought about putting, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Disney, but then I'd have to split it. And I don't think I want to do that. But where would my ABCs be? I love being organized, and I hate then when I think I'm organized and I'm not. I'm going to do it I'm going to use just these, because the only one I need would be a capital letter I, and I can do that with two number ones. I'll trim off this little piece, and we'll just go like that. Ta-da. I. All right, I'm ready for my close-up, but I think I'm going to spell it backwards so that I can go that way. And as always, there is no need for you to watch me stick letters down because it's very tedious. So I'll stick these down, and then I'll journal, and then I'll be back. I was just cleaning up the space to turn off the lights to show you the final result. And as I was putting my punches away, I found this one with a star. And frankly, I think I would have liked the star better right here than this little flowery spiderweb. It would have gone better with the theme. I'm ready for my close-up. Oh, it would not be that much of a problem to swap it out for these. And now that I've discovered it, I think I'm going to have to do it. So I'm going to swap out these little star bursts for the star, and then I'll be done and ready to talk to you about all the rest of the things going on in this layout. Okay, so now I like this so much better. I mean, I'm sad to lose these little Starburst, whatever it was called, but they just have repo on them. I may save them. I might not. I'm terrible. I don't know how to keep stuff organized so I'll remember to use them. But with the stars, I was able to then go and cover up that person's face that was annoying me. I added a few more stars kind of in the corners that really fit better with the whole Hollywood Studios theme. So I just said, Nicole doesn't ride Slinky Dog because it's too motion sicky, so she went on a photo pass hunt while the girls rode. And then there aren't as many magic shots available after dark as there are during the day, but she found a bunch. So I'm happy with that. I think the stars kind of made it. I mean, it was fine before, but now with the stars, I don't know. I might need one little star. I want to put like 100 more stars. I'm not gonna put any more stars unless I come back to this next week and decide, oh, you know, it needs another star. But I think I like it. I like that I'm ready for my close-up. I love that I was able to make it work, even though the front page with all my capital letters is somewhere put away wrong. I really do need to spend just some good quality time cleaning my scrapbook room, and I don't quite know how to do that. I think I might need a support group or something. I don't want to hire anybody. People volunteer all the time. Oh, I'd be glad to help you. No, I can't have anybody else help me. I need to know where everything is. I need to decide, and I need to have nobody pressure me on throwing things away, because apparently people who have clean scrapbook rooms tell me that's the secret. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. This is our last layout of 2024 because next week, Thursday, will be January 2nd. So this is layout 63 in our Theme Park Thursday series. Pretty awesome that we've been sticking with this so long. We've got 2 more layouts left, a double page and a single page. Perhaps more than a double page for Rise of the Resistance, but we'll count it one layout regardless of how long I make it. So 2 more layouts left for this day at Hollywood Studios, and then I have 1 more album, which I think was mostly Magic Kingdom. We could still conceivably squish these all into 2, but I think I'm going to spread it out. So we're probably looking at June before we're done with finishing this whole album. But I've had a great time. I've super enjoyed the comments and the feedback, and I love it when I interact with you guys in other places, whether it's on Zoom or through email or whatever, and you make comments about the videos and we can talk about it. Love that you're watching. Sure appreciate your support, all your likes, and all of you who've subscribed, and especially those who share my videos with your friends. It means the world to me. So thank you very much for being a great part of my 2024, and I look forward to seeing you again here on YouTube in 2025. Happy scrapbooking!